Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Blessing on GLP-1. Ah, I am so excited to make today's video because today's video is about my 4 weeks update, on GLP-1. And I'm so excited that my first pan is finished. I am on my second pan, 0.25 milligrams still. And the video might look a little bit weird. That's because I'm actually making this through Zoom because I wanted to share my journey so far. And I wanted to share my Google spreadsheet where I documented my journey so far and where I continue to document my journey. And we're going to see how I'm sharing the right screen, because if I'm not and I'm done with this, and go look back at it, I'm going to be like, oh, no, no, no. Okay, let's begin. I couldn't give third week update because I actually recorded it. But then when I was trying to edit, I realized that half the video had no audio. It happened that my audio somehow my microphone got turned off. Maybe the battery was dead or I mistakenly turned it off. I don't know. And I didn't have time to refilm. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to do everything on the 4th week update. So this video might be a little bit longer, right? Now, this is week 4, right, of my GLP-1 journey. Yes. And this is my spreadsheet where I started. As you can see here, my first shot was on 3rd of May, 3rd of May this year. And as you could see here, my starting weight is 120.8, almost 121 kilograms, which is 266 pounds. These are my measurements. Although I don't think these measurements are important now because I haven't measured myself yet to see what my measurements are now, but I am pretty sure they are way down. So maybe on my 5th week update, I'm going to measure myself if I get myself to do that, right? And I started on 0.25 milligram. That's what my endocrinologist prescribed for me, and I kept to that. Now this is the first week, right? And another thing that was recommended to me is a calorie deficit of 1,450 to 1,500 maximum. But as you're going to see from my chart, I did go above a bit and beyond and below a bit. Yeah, but I never went above 2,000 calories. So here I have the calorie count, the protein I had for that day, how many hours I slept. And again, my endocrinologist also said to sleep are 7 to 9 hours. 8 hours is the sweet spot. Yeah. But I could almost say that throughout here, I don't think I've had 8 hours of sleep. My average is 5 hours. It's what it was before GLP-1. It's what it is after GLP-1. But I think now I have more days where I'm able to sleep for 6 or 7 hours, which was less the amount of time I used to sleep before. And actually, I try not to count in the naps because some days I do nap 30 minutes or 1 hour, and I try not to count that in. But if I count that in, then I could actually be talking 8 hours. Okay, that's been said. Then I have a column for steps and exercises, bowel movement, non-scale victories, and other notes that I might have. Now, I haven't been consistent with, the notes and non-scale victories because they're almost the same throughout, as we're going to see later on. So let's go. The 4th day, I had 1,079 calories. Now I'm trying to break it down for you to see how I was able to lose 6 kilograms, which is like 13 pounds in all the 4 weeks. Now, I don't know, is that too much for you or too little for you? You'll be the judge of that. But so far, I am satisfied with that because when I asked my endocrinologist, what should I expect? How much weight am I expected to lose per month? She said 4 to 5 kilograms per month, right? And that anything faster is bad for the health, and it can disrupt the digestive system and everything, right? Because that probably means I'm not eating enough, right? Which can be bad. And I'm also going to comment on that on my 3rd week. Reason why it's suggested to eat enough on my 3rd week. Let's go. So the second day after my shot, I had the calories is 1,079 calories. On the day of my shot, I think I had 2,500 calories or so. I had my normal meals that I normally have, right? And I did my shot in the evening. So that's why I didn't put the calorie count here. I did my shots right before bedtime. So the next day, oh my God, it was Sunday, and I just had 1,079 calories, and I was so filled up, right? I didn't have want to eat anything. I had a strange feeling of what's going on. Then out of that was 55 grams of protein, which was bad, 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 bad. And on that day, I had 23 minutes strength workout, no equipment, and 5,000 steps. I had a bit of diarrhea, probably because of the meal I ate the day before, which was my normal meals, which were always fatty, full of carbs, not really thinking of it. I had a note for myself that says, ate but wasn't shaken from hunger. Felt a bit tired, but I was also in church the whole day, talking in a meeting after service, so there you have it. So it might also be the reason why I was so tired, plus not actually eating the same amount of calories I normally eat. Then the second day, I had 1,643 calories. Now, I think this is the body trying to compensate for what I did not eat the yesterday, right? Out of it, 106 grams protein, 13 minutes yoga for strength, and 7,210 steps. I had constipation. Yes. Felt tired and sleepy at work. Yeah, I could remember that day. I couldn't wait to get home because I just didn't want to be at work. And constipation, out of the constipation, I think I only have here uh twice, right? Twice constipation. This is one constipation out of the whole 4 weeks. One constipation. Oh, just one constipation. And it's actually, oh, am I missing something? And it's actually one day. It's not like I'm constipated like 2 days, 3 days. It's just one day. And then the next day I was able to go. Maybe it helps that I drink psyllium husk 3 times a day, minimum twice. But I try to take it 3 times a day. 1 teaspoon and water, and I just chug it down. It's nasty. It doesn't taste good, but there you go. If you want to go, I use this. And then from the bowel movement again, I did have a bit of diarrhea, but again, the diarrhea never passed a day, right? They never passed more than a day. One moment. My laptop is so noisy, so I'm trying to put in the Mac fan to reduce the noise. So as I was saying, you could see I had mostly normal poops or normal poop like 2 to 3 times, like not watery diarrhea. Sorry for the too much information, but here we are. You get that? So let's go back to the calorie. And I don't want to go by dates because it's going to take a long time, but you could see here that, here is too low, 952 calories out of 76 gram proteins. And here you have 1,607 calories out of 55 gram protein. So here you could see that there was times I went to 1,868 calories and 1,381 calories. And out of that, I lost 2 kilograms on the first week. Yeah, I went down from 120.8 to 118.8 in 1 week. And that is counting in all the times I went over the calories and sometimes not so good protein intake, and yeah. But if you noticed, all through the time I lost 2 kilograms, I was active. I either did treadmill walk with normal walking, or strength training or yoga or combination of both or 3 of them. So you could see my activity level right here. I'm trying to see if I can highlight them. You could see my activity level right here. Yeah. All the way down. All the way down this column. Yeah. Now, going to the second week, on my short day, I did measure myself and I lost 1 inches. Some of the body parts were like 2 inches I lost after the first week, But let's go on. On that day, I had 1,381 calories. Out of it is 96 grams of proteins. I slept 7 hours. And also you could see I was active also. In fact, at the second week, I started to be more active, more weightlifting at the gym, right? Because I'm young. I don't want to end up with too much loose skins. I don't want to do any surgeries or anything until at least after having children, if there is any need for mommy makeover or whatnot. So I would like to keep my toned body. So I started doing more liftings. And I started to notice some non-scale changes, like under my eye, where I put my eye cream, Before now I used to be like, to get right under there. But now I just apply because I lost a lot of water from there or fat or whatnot, but it just went. Oh my God, it's awesome. And then let's go to the third week. I went down again to 117.2, which is minus 1.6 kilograms and minus 3 pounds. And this is the third week where I was mostly under the calories, right? I was like 1,000, under 1,300 most of the time. Then I measured myself on the third day after my shot, and I noticed that I haven't lost a thing from the last week previously, right? And I noticed that I'm like, why don't I eat more? Because then you see here, I am very much active. You see the active parts. I took like 10,000 steps, 7,500 steps, 9,000 steps, 6,800 steps, 10,000 steps, and 40 minutes strength training and 30 minutes strength training with weight and 20 minutes dance exercise. And I wasn't losing. Then I remembered what my endocrinologist told me about eating. Don't try not to go over the calorie, but also don't go under, right? Because then our bodies go into survival mode. She didn't say this part, but I read this part. She just said, eat, but don't overeat, which is why there is that calorie range she gave to me. So when I remember that, I started to eat. I said, no, there is no way I'm going to go through this week without losing a thing. I started to eat and still do every other thing. And by the end of the week, I lost, uh, I lost, excuse me, 2 kilograms. Yeah. Is that the third week? The fourth shot? Yeah, here. I lost 0.4 kilograms, not 2 kilograms. Sorry, the 2 kilograms is the third week after the third shot, then before the fourth shot, right? Yeah. Now, the fourth shot where I count after the fourth shot is the part where I didn't lose anything after the third day after my shot. And after I started eating, by the end of the fourth week, I lost minus 0.4 kilograms, which is like minus 0.8 pounds. It's not up to 1 kilograms, but it's something, right? But I wasn't really worried, but it's just a self thing. Like, oh my God, this week I have to lose something, even if it's point something, right? Why wasn't I so worried? Because as my doctor said, 4 to 5 kilograms. And I already lost that amount on the third week. But the fourth week, I wanted to at least lose something at least. So I ate, as you could see here, 1549, 1782, 1780, and I lost 0.4 kilograms. So by the end of my fourth week, in total, what did I lose? I went from 120.8 to 66 pounds to 114.8, minus 6 kilograms in total, down 13 pounds. So I'm so happy. I'm so excited. Now, these ones are fifth week now is going down, after the fourth shot, fifth week is going down. I'm on the fourth day after the shot, and I'm going to give an update. So, and also ups my protein intake. As you could see, it stopped suffering so much. It's now on the 166 grams, 160, 119, 125, 115, 147 protein intake. So I am so positive. And now I also have like minimum of 30 minutes strength training, 30 minutes dance workout, 30 minutes strength training, 30 minutes strength training, 30 minutes. I am just on a roll and I'm so happy. I'm going to clap for myself if nobody claps for me. Right. And the bowel movement is also consistent. I haven't had any constipation ever after the first week. So there you go. I am so excited to see where this journey takes me to, and I know it's taking me to a positive place. Next week, I have an appointment with my endocrinologist to see if I need to increase my dosage or not. I'm actually supposed to see her before buying the new one, but she was on holidays, and I didn't want to see anyone new, so I just went ahead and bought 0.25 milligrams. But after my appointment with her on Monday, I'm going to know if I should just switch to 0.5 or finish with the 0.25, then switch to 0.5. And also she's going to write me the list of tests to take because on the second month, by the end of the second month, I'm supposed to take some tests again to know the state of my health. And then another tests after 6 months. So there you have it. Thank you for watching. Give this video a thumbs up. Write in the comment section if you have any questions concerning this. Share your journey if you're already on this journey. And let's learn from each other. I learn from you, you learn from me. And share this video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed and you feel like you need to subscribe, like it's interesting for you. Please do subscribe. Until next time, see you.